So I set up the endless 90-110 frames with 3x110. It's the first time I've done this, and this is my maiden voyage. So right now I'm on my way to the city, to Times Square, to meet up for some friends, and I figured this would be the best way to try them out. An important note: so I bought cheap wheels. I don't know if you guys remember. I bought the Power Slide swell wheels, and on the website for the frame, it specifically tells you to use like made in the USA wheels, so essentially high quality wheels. And the reason is that the frame is very precise the way it's made, and there isn't like a lot of space for error. For example, the wheels, these Power Slide wheels, the swell ones, they aren't like made very precisely, so there's some wobble in the wheel. It's not lined up perfectly. So what that means is that in the beginning, when I started skating, I can feel the wheel wobble and hit the sidewall every now and then, but there's not a lot of space for the wheel to deviate. So if it doesn't roll true, you'll have problems. And I did a bit. I spoke to the guy from Endless, and he warned me about it. He warned me about it initially. I didn't think it would be that bad, but it wasn't to the point where I couldn't skate anymore. Like I couldn't roll, but I felt resistance in the beginning. And then I eventually worn out, went to a little squeak, and now it feels pretty good. So just a heads up, you shouldn't buy cheap wheels. So that was a good little preview for the bridge coming up ahead. So that bridge it's not too steep, but it's definitely, yeah, it's on the steep side. And like you guys saw, I was still able to carve down speed. That's one of the things that worries me, especially with longer frames, is that they are clumsier, so the carving is a little more difficult. Like, it's doable, but the cars have to be much wider because you can't really turn as fast. And the problem is with something like the bridge that's coming up, you don't really have too much space to do all that carving. So it's actually coming up now, so we'll see what it's like. So I don't know if you can hear me because the highway's right there. So I guess this is the ultimate test for this mic. I'll probably include it in the footage. I saw another skater. I said what's up to him, and he seemed to know me, or at least he knew the channel. So if you're here and you're in the comments, leave a comment below. So as far as speed management, I would consider that a failure. I I was at the ending, it got a little faster. In the beginning it was easy, and then like it just started building a lot of speed. I was able to manage it, but at the ending it got a little cluttered, and like I said, I don't really like doing wide cars in these. It feels weird, it's really difficult. So I resorted to a drag stop, and I like to think that every time I have to resort to a drag stop, it's kind of like a failure in speed management. So as you saw, I was able to carve. It did feel a little more, it felt a little more difficult. You know, the wheels are new. They have that new rubber on them. They also are flat. So eventually, when they wear a little, they'll have a slight rocker to them. They'll feel a little better. But it's doable, you know? Can't complain too much. He wasn't a nice skater. So that was the maiden voyage. What can I say about them? I'm just gonna give you some context. For you guys that watch this channel, you know that I don't like tri-skates. So remember that it's just coming from a person that doesn't like tri-skates, all right? So as far as cruising around, they didn't feel too long. I was able to turn. I was able to do some carving, something on the bridge, some carving to slow down. I didn't feel too clumsy, but they definitely didn't feel like the 90 setup, you know, the 90 slight rocker, or they didn't feel like my 80 millimeters, my usual setup, because I usually skate 80 millimeters actually. It's like exclusively what I skate, 80 millimeters, okay? So, I don't mind. I can definitely see me using them for like cruising around, or when I was back in Queens, I was in mostly bike paths, and it wasn't that bad. When I got to the city and it was more stop and go, and like I had to dodge things or people or potholes and stuff like that, like they weren't bad, but I definitely would prefer a shorter setup. But overall, I'm pretty happy with these frames. Like I said, they didn't feel too long. I didn't feel too tall. They weren't like the most agile frames on earth, but obviously they're not going to be. But like I said, I would definitely take them around to cruise, you know, nice bike path, nothing crazy, nothing where I have to like dodge people. So no real urban skating, but to like leisurely cruise around, it's pretty good. I definitely like the 90x4 a lot more. If you guys want me to, I'll actually try the 90x4 slight rockered and urban setting. I haven't done that yet, so let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.